go there in my mind, the only thing I need to join that with is my body. And once I make that decision and flick that switch, you are truly fucked, because I've already made that decision in my own mind that you will be fucked once I flick that switch. That's the difference between me and you. I know when and how to squeeze the trigger metaphysically. And I have my sword at your heart right now. I give you the choice.
Oh, I'm no noble, man. Definitely not going to fucking fall on no sword for no cunt.
Truth or lies? What's it going to be, soldier? And the battle ends right there. I remove the sword from your heart, put it in my sheath, shake hands, we have a meal, and I leave. You don't die, I don't die. I ride on your wise now. You're welcome.
Just try to be the fallen angel that you are and fucking just regress back into what you wanted to be and fucking become that. You know what I mean? It's like, why?
You lied about the globe.
It was already a lie.
That's where we emerged.
I think we emerged from the ground.
Internet. You're lucky it didn't happen on the true battlefield. It happened digitally. And you were destroyed, dispatched like the useless, vile garbage you are.
If all the floods came over, yeah, when they did after the Younger Dryas period, and then when all the ice caps melted, yeah, I mean, I think we went deep underground as a civilization and survived under the earth for many, many years. And then when the earth and all the waters went away and everything went okay again, we all came back up out of the earth and started to make fucking, you know, like houses and shit again and rebuild civilization. You know, it's like just basically the way that you know, you see the chessboard that's laid out across the world, and if you dig deep, you can go through the layers, you know what I mean, of the different civilizations that were there all those thousands of years ago. Keep digging, you'll come to the beginning, but you probably have to, you know, dig right through it, because it's thousands and millions of years of shite on top of shite on top of shite on top of shite that's all been squished down to little fucking layers of rock. You know what I mean? That's it.
It's just layers upon like a layer cake graveyard
of dead. Yeah, of the dead. Yeah, it's a layer cake graveyard of the dead, the whole planet, mate.
And it seems a bit morbid on that level. But on another level, each sort of cycle.
And we live on top of the dead. Yeah, we live with
like
the dead
poo?
every day.
You know, like you get the leaves, you get the poo.
The
right?
shit, the dead animals,
right?
Everything that dies and fucking...
And they all, the entropy comes, they all decompose and it all
into the earth again, soil. Yeah. Everything does,
that's what the soil is, the dead.
It is, yeah. Terra preta, yeah. It's dead things.
Yes. We're walking around in something that's died.
Yeah, we are, yeah. When we plant something in the garden, we're planting it into death, because that was something that died hundreds of years ago and turned to soil. Yeah.
From death comes new life.
Of course it does.
Always and forever, because we're eternal. This is my argument. This is my discovery after 47 years on Earth.
Thermodynamics explains it all.
And we are eternal. Everything I've come and been studying and testing the whole time, I've finally had the breakthrough moment on the time out. It's
just like gravity isn't a force.
But it's almost like Gem. Maybe before, when Woz was talking to me and Angelo, they were taking me through the levels of initiation like fathers in a guild, to make sure I'm not in my ego, to make sure that I learn self-control like the character in Dune. Because fear is the mind killer, and as you advance through higher levels of the game, you face deeper and darker entities. They protect God. They are part of God, because God looks for the imposter. God is the truth.
I think God
through the whole dimension, I'm nearly there. If you move up, because I moved up through it, and that's how I moved up through it. That's why I'm letting you all know this. It's integral for progression in the game.
Merle, you need to get help, man.
It's real. You don't realize that this is real and that life extends beyond death.
Think about it, yeah?
Mainstream science
is a collection of consciousness.
And
if everything died on the planet, yeah, where would God be? Exactly. So, where is God? He's in your mind. That's it.
Not
He's
just
part of you, in your mind.
Not
That's
just
your
your
God.
mind.
You are
Not
God.
just
Get
your
it?
mind. It's not just your mind.
Your body, your soul, whatever. Yeah,
No,
yeah.
I'll
You
show
are
you.
God.
Do
Get
you want to
it?
see God? Do you want to see God?
Yeah, show me God then,
Okay.
whatever it is.
You have a breath.
Yeah.
You have a heartbeat.
Oh, yeah.
You have a pulse.
Come on, don't
Yeah,
do
we know
None of you
that.
control that. None of you control that. What's making the heartbeat? Why do you breathe?
Physiology.
Why? Why do you breathe?
It's a chemical
Physiology.
fucking reaction, mate, that your body
You've got
puts.
a
Come on.
point to make, Mel. Just make
That's
it.
God.
Why is the sky blue?
What's
Why
powering
is
you?
water wet?
What makes every moment of all
We
our
don't
lives
know
possible?
anything.
What makes every moment of all our lives possible
It's
and our
Stop
dreams?
this silly act, Mel. Nobody's
It's true,
buying.
right?
Nobody's
So God's
buying
real.
that
You feel
nobody's-
it, right?
Nobody's buying that you're suddenly a Christian. It's just silly, and it's really disrespectful to the people who are actually Christians. You know, for you to suddenly start just pretending to be one as part of an
I
act.
couldn't give a fuck about Christianity or Christians.
Well, that's what you're pushing us, isn't it?
No, I'm not. I'm saying that
Okay,
God
what religion has people?
is real. It's
What,
beyond.
what religion has people still alive after they're dead and has a God that's watching over them and judging them? Which of the religions is that one?
The ancient world.
No, that's Christianity.
Yes, all
isn't it?
ancient
It's the
cultures
Christian God,
thought
and
in
you,
the afterworld
you've
and the
got it off those
supernatural, every
nutters
single
in
one.
geos, haven't you?
No, it's not geos, and you can't reduce this. You need to do some research and get off your lazy,
Well, you've
decrepit
reduced
ass.
it. You've reduced it. You weren't saying this stuff a week ago, were you? Now all of a
I've been
sudden,
researching this
Now-
my whole life.
now all of a sudden, well, yeah, okay, but you still weren't saying it a week ago, were you? Now all of a sudden, a week later, you're God botherer central, and all of the rest of us need to be preached at by you. It's bullshit, Merle. Fuck off, dickhead.
I'm not preaching
Are
to
we?
anybody.
Are we?
If
Jim,
you guys want to push globism, go ahead. But that's
Jim,
not going to happen while I'm here.
There's
You're not going
such
to
thing
push
as-
globism
There's no
on
such
me.
thing as globism. That's not a thing.
Yes, it is. World peace, globe, planet Earth, global warming, 2030.
Global warming is in that list.
Yep,
You
that's
can't
your
stop
agenda.
us.
Mainstream
George Plaza
science,
was here.
scarcity, utopia project, 2030, World Economic Forum summits. You're fucked.
Oh, Pazza is here. Good.
Your agenda is known. Everyone on the internet sees you clearly.
Apparently, you start with
You're
anxiety,
completely out of your mind, Merle.
and then you go looking
Oh,
for.
there's no
spreadsheet,
psychosis here. There's
and
no
then you dress up
mania
as
here.
Jesus.
It's sense. This is feet on the ground sense.
Well,
No
the-
God,
well,
no
Merle-
religion, none of your
Merle-
bullshit, none of your new age
Merle-
spirituality. Just someone with their feet on the ground and
You're
their
just
eyes
word
open.
salad,
Merle,
Merle.
Nah,
Merle,
every bit
Merle,
what
what
I'm
about
saying
Santa
makes sense.
Muerta? What about Santa Muerta?
I couldn't give a fuck what any of them have written about their fucking gods. It's not true info, bro. The real info's there, though, if you look for it. You just got to know what it is.
What about Santa Muerta?
What about it? There's prophets, there's priests, there's scribes. Who are they communicating with? Where's that information come from?
Out your head, mate. Just think about it, yeah? All the shit that you don't understand, yeah? You try and rack your brain to try and put a picture in there or some sort of solution to find out what that thing is. If you can't do it in your own mind, you go looking for references that'll push you towards some sort of image that'll give you a clue to what you need.
Their ideas, yeah.
Yeah,
that's all it
ideas.
is.
Yeah.
Other
So
reference
then once
points,
you found
other
all those ideas and you go searching and you found it all, yeah? Yeah,
Yep.
you'd have a clue about it, but why don't you
Been
go
through
do
it
that
all.
research before you come
Been
here?
through it all, so my conclusion is it's eternal. What have you got?
I've come to the conclusion that this world is built by us and us alone. No God did it, we did it. As a
No,
human
it was
fucking
here before
species
humans
from the
built
beginning,
anything.
yeah?
The argument's
Thoughts
broken
and all the
from the
collective
off.
consciousness of all
No,
the
it was
human
here
beings on this
before
planet,
humans had
yeah?
anything. You're
Oh, God.
stupid. You're a mong.
Why am I a mong? Why are you trying to
You're
derail me
actually
with
a
just...
mong. Listen to
Talk-
your own argument. Go
fucking
back
to me
and
like
listen
that.
to it. Broken.
Why is it broken?
Because the Earth had to be here for humans to have the resources
What?
in the first
How are you
place.
in a position to say that?
Because it's true.
On this
So
issue,
without the Earth, there's
on this issue, you're in a position to just say to people, no, you're wrong. Your argument's dumb. Listen to my complete and utter made-up bullshit that I invented last week in Geos while I sat there muted. Fuck off. Who do you think you're kidding with this crap?
this is all being recorded and it'll be used against you.
How? How will it be used against me? How will that work? What are you going to do with the recording, Merle? I'm sick of
Because
this.
you're running a
silly-
fake narrative and you're
I'm sick of
lying
it.
as usual.
I'm sick of this childish threat. It's idiotic. What are you going to
It's
do?
like, it's like what and why? What would be
How
the
many
purpose
lies
of you
can you tell in
recording?
one day?
So
Yeah.
Merle is gonna act
You're
like
the one
an
that's
idiot.
lying. You're the one that pretends that you're here to lecture us on what happens after we die. You're lying. You haven't got a fucking clue. Nobody has. Fucking tit.
No one has any clue on what happens when you die. Is that true, really?
That's true, yes.
Why is that true?
Because there's no way of reporting it, is there? You're dead.
Yes, there is. I'm
Oh, how?
reporting it.
How's that work
I'm
then?
reporting it to you.
Yeah, but you don't know it. You just made it up to try and, I don't know, be the centre of attention for a bit longer or something, didn't you? There's no
No,
truth
you
to
don't
anything
believe
you're
my
saying.
report,
You
and
just
you're
made
saying
it
fake
up.
news to my spiritual news report.
You're not giving a spiritual news report.
Yes, I
You're-
am, and you're saying fake news from the other side.
You're lecturing us with stuff you've made up, telling us we're all wrong because what we're saying doesn't match the stuff you made up in the last week.
How many flat earthers do you think have really been behind the veil?
What does that mean?
They all wanted the veil,
Why
the
do you have
occult
to talk in
information.
this cryptic way? Well,
'Cause
how many
that's what
flat
they
earthers
are.
have been behind the veil? I haven't seen
Yeah.
any flat earthers wearing a veil. So it's none. As far as I know, none. None have worn a veil.
So none of them are looking for the occult knowledge. None
Gonna
of
get
them
me-
are looking for the
hold on.
occult knowledge.
All right, so
Oh, here we
So-
go.
flat earthers behind the veil actually means flat earthers who are looking for the occult knowledge. Do you see how this doesn't really make sense, Mel? See how you could have just cut straight to that, couldn't you? And you said, how many flat earthers are looking for occult knowledge? And then we wouldn't have to decipher what you meant by behind the veil, would we? It's just silly, this is. Stop it.
All right. Well, not everyone knows. So some of the flat earthers, Dawn Treader's one of them. So he used flat earthers to get information.
Don't know who they are, don't care.
But that's what Dawn did. He infiltrated, trolled.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did.
Oh,
he
what are you on
trolled flat
about?
earthers
Yeah,
and
it's
got
on
info.
talking to you
It's just
now,
another
telling
person
you
hanging
all your
around in this
bullshit to say.
community.
No, he
What?
wanted to know what we knew, and we
Oh,
wanted to know what
fuck
he knew, and we
off.
put it together. And he went to the
No.
occult, Crowley.
We're adults, Merle.
Crowley, he chose Crowley over God.
Oh, fuck off.
He did.
Alistair Crowley was a fucking devout fucking Christian. I don't know what you're on about.
He was just into sex magic. That's all.
Yeah, he was just
Yeah,
into
but
sex
Dawn's
magic
into
all
that,
day
and some
shit,
people
yeah.
like sex magic, and
And?
it goes much deeper than that too.
So,
But
that's
no one's
them,
been
innit?
told about it in school, and my grandfather was shown this in the Masons.
It's like being a fucking
Why
vampire
do
and
you-
doing all that bloodletting
Why do you
shit.
do this, Merle?
'Cause it's
Why
deep
do you
knowledge.
do this?
It's powerful
So
knowledge, and
dumb.
people
No, it
use it.
isn't. It's full
They
of
use
shit.
it. They use it.
Only
That's
affects
why I
those
talk
that
about
believe it. That's all it does.
Listen, the people in the media use it. The people on the radio.
You don't
use
believe in
The
it, it's
people
not
in
gonna
the
harm you,
music
is it?
industry use it, and the people in the movie industry use it. The
I
occult.
told you before, it's not the dead that can hurt you, mate. It's the living. If you don't
Did
want
you
the
hear
living
me?
to
though?
hurt you,
They
stay
all
away
use
from
it.
them.
All the most powerful people in the world use the occult. Why is that?
Because it's just a stupid fucking idea. It's a fantasy.
No, it's
it's
not.
something to push their
Don't
energy
make
into.
up things you don't. So you don't know what you're talking
Yeah,
about. Do
yeah,
you?
Merle, and video killed the radio star. What about
So
it?
what's the occult? Let's unpack box one. What's
If
the
you
just
occult?
want to
means-
make a point, make it. We don't
Occult,
need to
so-
do this. We don't need to do this fucking Socrates act for every single thing. Just make your point.
Well, Tao's getting in the way and just
What's the
running into
secret?
shit.
A cult means secret, that's all. What? What's the secret?
Right. So it started with that. The secret, as Oprah revealed, was about the law of attraction. If you go look that up, that's
Oh
deep
my
esoteric
God.
knowledge.
No,
Yes,
it's
it is.
not. It's
Yes,
a
it
bloody
is.
scam.
Yes, it is. Look
It's
into
a-
it.
It's a silly scam. Don't be an idiot.
It's
Boy
not.
meets
Jim, that's
girl
not
and
do that.
fucking hormones and
You
shagging
can't
a lot.
prove it. It works. Do you want to see
Right.
how?
Oprah.
It's frightening that
Do you want to
this
see how
gullible.
it works?
Yeah,
No, it's
let's
boy
see how
meets
it works,
girl.
Mel.
I'll show you how it works.
Manifest yourself some success.
Yeah, I'll show you how it
Lovers
works.
learning in the back of the car.
I
on
had
Friday night.
stop running interference, you low life.
Oprah Winfrey. Yeah, there's a reputable source.
So she's pissed that everybody goes down Lovers Lane and gets it on. What, is she a dogger? Is she watching us something
So
through
do
the
you want
window?
to hear it or just run interference as usual?
Interference.
That's what they do
Oh.
here.
What does that mean?
They just block you out with noise. They don't even listen.
No, we're adults. We're not in this silly game that you're playing of make believe.
This is your game. You've created
It's
this game.
not. In my world, nobody's running interference. People interrupt each other sometimes, but they're not running interference. That's a silly fantasy that you've made up for some reason. I wonder why. Aren't you nearly in your 50s? Isn't it a bit old for, there's spies? Come on.
I mean, you don't want me to make a running interference video, do you?
I don't care, Merle. It'll be irrelevant
Go ahead,
to the rest
sure.
of us, won't it?
Well, it'll make this room look pretty bad.
Oh, no.
3 hours.
You're going to reveal some stuff about this
You
room.
could just have a
Whatever
flat earther
we
talking.
do.
You could just have a flat earther
my.
talking, and you guys just going blah 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 for the whole video.
Yeah,
That would be
brilliant.
the video.
We've been
Except you'll never hear
counter.
us doing that. But
We've
they will.
been
They
Sorry.
will hear you making up about people running interference.
You don't understand, Mel. We've been counter-arguing you for 8 years. That's 8 years of counter-arguments. That's 365 fucking days times 8, mate. Now wear that out. How fucking special do you feel now?
Very special because that's your karma.
Well, that's what we've been doing. We've been trying to
You're
teach
wrapped
you
in
how
your
the
own
world
knot.
works for the last
You're
8
wrapped
years.
in your own.
You haven't
knot.
listened
You
to a
have
fucking
unravel
word
that
of it.
now.
So why
You
do
have
we
to
bother?
unravel all those lies now.
Why should we have to care anymore? That's what
I'm
you
not running
brought us down
interference
to.
on you. I'm
You
not
brought, no,
running
you brought it
interference
down
on
to
you. I
that.
run
We've
the
all got
truth
to the
on
point
you.
now where it's like,
You
oh,
run
fuck me, not
interference.
another fucking
You've
flat
got
earther.
weak arguments.
What?
You've got weak arguments.
We've got weak arguments, overwhelming
Like an
fucking...
old lady's
protecting-
pantyhose. That's your
Protecting
argument.
Merle.
I
You've
mean,
got a weak argument. You're a weak human being. General.
we
full
designed
stop.
all this technology over the last 50 years just to tell us something that we didn't really want to know anyway.
Yeah, well,
All right.
mainstream
Yeah, that was a
science
waste
is
of
telling
fucking
you
time and
come
money then,
from
wasn't it,
nothing
you know?
and you go nowhere and you're going nowhere.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
a great
yeah. That's
message
like,
for
we've gone
people.
nowhere, have we? Yeah, we've created all these
Brilliant.
beautiful
Thanks.
buildings.
Makes us feel
We've
great,
created
uplifted.
beautiful skyscrapers out of glass, and we've created
It's
all
all
this
for
fucking beauty in the
nothing.
world. So where
Yeah,
are we
Sing
going?
the anthem. It's all for nothing.
Why is it all for nothing?
It's all for nothing. Sing
What
it with
makes
me.
you think that? Is it your doubts about the world that you live in? Your dark
When
fucking
you die, you're
last
dead
minutes in your
and
head?
you disappear.
Don't do this, Merle.
Right?
Merle, don't.
Well,
do
when you
that.
die, you're dead. You disappear, right?
Well, yeah, and
And
shit
that's
happens.
it. You're forgotten, and no one ever thinks of you again.
Yeah, they do. I've told you about this before. If you want to be remembered on this planet, leave a mark on the planet big enough for everybody to remember you by forever and make it a nice mark.
That's what
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
doing.
glad you added that last bit.
Yeah,
That's
make it
what
a
I'm
nice
doing.
mark. Yeah,
I'm
not an
leaving
evil
my
one.
legacy. It's eternal. You don't die.
Keep telling
No, you
yourself.
don't.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Merle, you're gonna
You can't
end.
prove
Merle,
it.
you're gonna end up dying, and 10 years later, everybody will have forgotten all about you.
My body will die. I won't die. My legend will live on.
But if you build a skyscraper or a bridge or a hospital, you know, and you give it and you do it yourself and you say, look, this is what I'm leaving behind, your name will be on that fucking plaque for another 100 years. You'll never be forgotten. So do something like that.
That's what I'm doing. I think I'm fighting the good fight.
But you aren't doing out about it sat there, are you? You aren't going out there
I've
and trying to
written
put that
I've
plaque on
written-
the wall, are
I've
you?
written a
You're not
film.
making the
I've
plaque,
written-
are you?
I-
You're
What
just
have you
fucking
done this
thinking
year?
about it.
I've already written a film,
What
a
have I done this
movie,
year?
and an album. I've invented new musical instruments, and I'm on my way.
Good for you.
What
You've
have you
done all that in a
done?
month. What have I
We're
done?
already
Sat on
at
my ass and got
February.
filmed.
Well-
That's just January.
You sound like you're
What have
about
you done,
8.
Tal, other than smoke smack?
I live in Smokehouse.
Come on, guys, calm the fuck down. fuck's sake.
Yeah, mate. Take a wallaby around the chop, mate.
So that's what I'm saying, Tao. Like, I can bring the intensity when I need it because I need to get the message through. But I
know
can
you
calm
mean.
down and be cool too. I can do it either way.
Yeah, I can. It's just, you know.
There's no message, Mel. You're not bringing us
There's
any.
always a message. There's always been a message with me. That's just what you didn't
It's the way you
bargain
put it
for.
across. You can't
No,
put it
you
across in a
just put up
fucking
so much
cryptic fucking
distance to
clue.
me over the years and so much disrespect.
Well, we
Every
aren't doing a
time I come
crossword in
and
here.
speak,
We're answering
it's
questions.
just like, it's so unnecessary. I don't get this outside of this room. People listen to me when I speak.
Do listen, it's just some of the controversial, like, you know, really dark stuff that you come out with. It's like, you know, yeah, I understand where you're coming from, but I just don't know where you're going
What's
with it.
dark about it? You're calling it dark. It's normal
It's
for
dark,
me.
a
I'm
lot of it,
integrated,
yeah.
bro. I'm a well-adjusted life form. Are you?
Well, about as
Well,
well
I
adjusted as I
don't
can
know
be.
about
I've got an
that.
animal side. I've got a human side. I've got a higher self. I'm in a body. I'm on Earth. I'm immortal.
I'm glad you
Um,
understand all
if
that.
someone
Yeah?
shoots me, I'm going to bleed. If I get cut, I'm going to bleed. I need to eat just like you.
All
I'm
right,
in a body
we
Yeah.
get
just
your
like you.
point.
We'll
Stop
get your point.
doing this. And here's an
I can break
example,
the whole
and then
thing
there's another
down for
example, and I've got a third example, and here's a fourth example, and then there's a fifth example, and a sixth example, and here's an eighth example. I mean, when does it fucking end? Stop doing this.
just break yourself down.
Oh, what? I'll break myself down, shall I, and see who's behind the veil? What the
Yes.
fuck does that mean? Break
You're in
myself
there.
down. Speak
You're in the
English.
body. My mum's got dementia, Jem. Her brain switches off. It's calcifying. She doesn't even know who she is sometimes. She hears my voice. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, she's back.
Why are you bringing your mother into this when we are having a simple discussion?
Where does she
your mother
go?
had nothing.
Where does she
Your mother
go?
had
And how am
nothing.
I able to
Your
bring her
mother had
back?
nothing to do with this discussion, Merle.
Running
Why are you doing-
interference.
Why are you? That's what you're doing. You're running interference by bringing your mother into this conversation.
You're a military guy.
We were not.
You're a
discussing
military
your-
guy running a strategy.
Yeah, we
I'm
don't
onto
really
you,
need to
strategy.
be
You're
reminded
trying
about
to
our elderly
deflect away
parents.
from the
I'm on to
conversation.
you, Renee. I'm on to you, Renee. You were doing that to me. That's what you just did. So that's one
Okay.
lie for you. That's your
Okay.
karma. Thanks, bitch.
Carry on, Merle, with your nonsense.
No worries.
This had nothing to do with your mother. Why you drug your mother into this had nothing to do with nothing.
Yes, it does. Because when you got
No,
dementia,
it doesn't.
if you get dementia, you might forget who you are.
Merle,
If you get dementia,
if you are
me out,
upset,
dude.
if
Blotting
you
me
are
out.
upset, listen. Could you please just listen for a moment? If you are upset about your mother's condition, and that's why you're bringing your nonsense in here, doing this, that, and the other thing, all because of your mother's nonsense. You not
My
nonsense,
mother's
but
nonsense?
not
What?
because of
Excuse me.
not because
You're
of a
gonna let that
nonsense.
roll
He's
because
correcting you.
Condition.
He's correcting the word he said. He's correcting you right
my
now.
mother's
As you talk
nonsense.
all over him, so you can't hear his correction. Fucking
Because
dickhead.
you
gonna
are
mute that
dealing with,
fucking American
you are
cunt
dealing
or
with
what?
issues. You are
No, I'm gonna
dealing with
mute you.
issues. Oh my God, you're dealing with issues due to your mother's condition. So therefore, you're coming in here, you're ranting and raving at us because you're dealing with your mother's condition. Why did you drag your mother into this conversation? That makes absolutely and total no sense to me. It doesn't.
Do I get to reply?
You should not.
Do I
you
get to
should not-
reply? Hey, half-wit, do I get to
You
reply?
shouldn't. Half-wit. You should not have brought your mother into this conversation, but just because you're dealing
In
with the
your
issues
opinion,
with your
can I
mother
reply now?
and reflect
Hey,
and
hot
reflect
airbag,
those
can I
issues
reply?
upon us. All
Can I
right, sure.
reply now?
Go ahead.
You finished?
Go ahead. Damn.
Thanks. You're gonna stand down? Go on mute, bitch.
Just
Go on
don't
mute, bitch.
do that.
Just let me say my bit now. I've heard your shit. Now
Okay.
you listen to me, right? Nah, shut up.
Holy
So my
fuck.
mum's got dementia, right? And
We
so
understand that.
if you get dementia, you're going to be sat in a room and you might forget who you are, bro, right? That's your situation now. So if no one comes to remind you of who you are, you're lost. You're already fucked.
Bro, my
So I
mother's
can
getting
bring
ready.
my mum back.
My mother is getting ready to turn
You're
100 years
stupid.
old.
And ugly and
You're
pathetic and weak.
and you're trying to inform me. My mother's getting ready to turn 100 years old.
Yep,
And you're going to try to inform me, bro? Really?
Yeah, and you said my mum getting dementia was my mum's nonsense. How dare
Well,
you?
American
He
Savage.
stopped
corrected
himself
myself.
immediately. He stopped himself immediately in that sentence and tried to correct himself. But you were so busy being outraged at the only thing you could find to be outraged about that you didn't hear him correct himself. So I'm not going to allow you to make any kind of a big deal about that tiny slip of the tongue that you made a fucking mountain out of.
Well,
Well,
we
American
know
Savage. That's fantastic.
dementia. We know dementia is not something like a splinter you've got in your shoe and you can just remove the splinter.
I know a
No one has any
manipulative
say in
cunt when I
dementia.
hear one, Merle. I know that. I know that people who are mentally ill are often very, very manipulative. And that's what you're doing. Just being
No,
manipulative.
you're insane. I've got you on tape. You run the mental illness
Oh,
program.
buddy.
It's your
Yeah.
game.
Merle, I record everything. I've got fucking hundreds of shows on tape. That's what I do. You can't threaten me with a thing that I do. Stop it. You haven't got anywhere to take the tapes. You haven't got any purpose for the tapes. There's no reason to have the tapes. You haven't got any tapes anyway, have you? Fucking idiot.
So Queen's met you, and she described you to all of us. She said you are a goblin. She said you are a goblin in
All
real
right, we're
life.
going to do that, are we? We're going to do that.
Come
are
on,
we?
Merle.
Just ban you for another week right now, you fucking cunt. You fucking wanker. That's what I've got to listen to now, is it? Mr. fucking spirituality. You're disabled. You don't look good. You're disabled because you don't look good because you're disabled. There. See, how about that? How about the spiritual love I'm laying on you now? Fucking wanker. Childish wanker. Fucking grow up or fuck off. You're not going to get away with any more of this, so put your stupid ego away before I unmute you. Because if I hear another word of that out of you, you're gone.
You said to me, learn to live without love. That's
Well, you
what
don't
you said to
understand
me.
what love is yet.
You said
Merle.
that. You said after Emily, learn to live without love. That's what you said, Jem.
Can you
what?
stop
I've got the
fucking
screenshot.
personal
Oh
attacks?
no!
That's
Oh no!
disgusting.
Call the police! I said learn to live without love! Oh my god! Contact the authorities! Oh my god! He's taped it! He's got the screenshot of it! Oh, terrible! Oh my... Oh shit! My life's falling apart now! What are you doing, Merle?
So we live in a loveless, godless world, right, Jem?
No!
Yes. And people lie and cheat each other every day.
Yeah,
don't they?
like you, coming in here pretending you can lecture a room full of adults on what's going to happen when they die.
This room crossed me.
Fuck off.
And they hurt someone I
This room
love.
didn't cross you, you crossed you.
I
By,
love.
by your shitty behaviour, like we've just seen an example of. Your shitty, childish, nasty, vicious, vile, toxic behaviour, Merle, that you bring here. Oh, some of it, of course, courtesy of Dawn, because he tells you what toxic things to say, doesn't he? Fucking tit.
I've blocked
You're
Dawn on
pathetic.
Facebook.
You're literally a man who has a list from another man of things to say. And you think you can come in here and lecture us? You're
I've
ridiculous.
blocked Dawn. I'm no longer friends with Dawn Treader. He's evil.
Huh? You weren't
You're-
saying that last week, were you? When you got your list of things to say from him.
He's a deceiver. He is the enemy.
So are you, with your
No, I'm
secret list, writing down
No.
details about my family. You're evil.
No, I'm smart. I'm taking notes on you, cunts.
You're not smart. Listen, you've just tried to insult someone because they're disabled. That's not smart. That's the opposite of smart. That's really, really thick. A word you
He
like.
said it, not me.
You're a wanker, Merle.
She
Really?
said it.
You're a nasty wanker.
She sent me the
But I
pictures
said-
of your house.
You said it. You said it, Merle. You said it. You just said it. You can't blame it on someone else. It was you. And you said it because you're childish cunt. That's why. A nasty, vile, childish cunt who thinks he can lecture people about spiritual things. You can't. You're a vile, obnoxious teenager.
Queen and CB sent me house photos of your house, and that's how I knew
Those
where you live.
Those two
And
individuals.
that's why you're a
Both of
creepy
them up
cunt,
the
Merle.
ass.
That's why your behaviour isn't normal. Because you're saying to people, I got pictures of your house and I recorded a screenshot of you saying something completely innocuous. You're ridiculous. You sound like an idiot.
Sounds like a
People
stalker.
got in someone's. I loved
Yeah, a
someone, and they got
creepy
in her
fucking
DMs
idiot.
and lied about me, as you are now.
I'm not lying about you.
You
I'm
lie about me all the time.
How am I lying about you?
You
You've
don't
just
know
told
me.
You've just told us all this stupid shit, you thick twat. You've just said it in front of us.
Stop lying, Gem Panda. There'll be consequences.
You're an idiot.
Stop lying.
You're a childish fantasist living out a silly fantasy
Stop
on the
lying.
internet. And we can all see you, Merle. We're all watching
Who's
you.
lying, him or
We're all-
me?
We're all watching you be a childish fantasist.
Who's the
you should know
liar,
that.
Gem or me?
You.
You.
There we go.
Got
Got
a
you
lie
on
to
tape.
flirt.
You're
Got
on
a lie-
trial, bro.
Got a lie to flirt, Merle, and you're not just flirting, are you? You're doing all sorts of other stuff as well. Oh, I'm here to tell you what's going to happen when you die. That's a lie. You aren't able to tell us that. You're lying when you say that. Lying. The only reason you get away with the lie and nobody's pointing it out to you is because, one, the lie is completely ridiculous, and two, you're completely ridiculous.
You're completely ridiculous, and you're on trial for lying. Welcome.
Yeah, I'm not there, am I, Merle? I'm not on trial at all.
Yes, you
There's
are.
no trial, there's no judge, there's no court, there's no trial. That's another thing you've made up.
You're in my game.
No court,
Your
no
game.
jury, nothing.
Am I behind the veil, or am I on the other side of the
So
veil?
if Branch was running this room, it would be completely different.
This is a guy who doesn't even know what he's standing on.
Jem
And
has
he's
the
trying to lecture
microphone.
you
He's in charge. He
about
runs the narrative.
life.
Yeah, and you're a nasty bitch, a nasty, childish bitch.
He can say whatever sound bites he wants. He can say anything about anyone at any time. He's the narrator. He is the Wizard of Oz, Jem. He's the fake wizard.
So what are you going to do next, Merle?
Come on, yeah. What's
Expose the fake wizard.
What are you going to do for an
Oh,
encore, Merle? Come on. This is your big show.
Well, don't look at the man behind the curtain. Queen was smart, and she went and looked behind the curtain, and he's a goblin.
It's the
No,
Wizard
she's
of
a
Oz,
dumb
Merle.
bitch.
That's all he's
she's a
doing.
dumb
He went
bitch, and
stressed
everybody
him
should
out, and
realize
he's an
that.
angry
So,
little man, and he yells at people on the internet, and it's known.
How
He's-
much
he's-
longer would you like to stay in here, Merle? You decide.
Well,
He's
you
just
trash
trying to
me.
wind you up.
I bring you the truth. It's your
Trying to
karma.
manipulate.
Apologize for trashing Emily and me.
Why you? Jeez. You just listed a whole bunch of things that you've done that are evil. Why would he have to apologize to you?
I believe he's gone.
He's gone.
He crossed the line.
I gave him another week.
Yep. Good man.